Welcome back for another book review. Today we're talking about this one. So yes, I am an adult and I am writing a kid's book, but listen, sometimes we need to know about the kids' pagan books as well as the adult ones, and here we are. This is My Wheel of the Year, a celebration of nature's magic by Nikki Vandekar? Maybe that's it? I don't know. This one. So as mentioned, this is a kid's book, and it's, you know, it's pretty standard. I swear most of my kids' books always rhymed. This does not. But it's got a lot of really good information in here. It starts with Samhain as the start of it. Personally, I don't do that, but I mean, you can explain to your kids roughly how you want to start your own Wheel of the Year, but it at least gives them a little starting point of some information. And then it goes through each of the different Sabbats, and it talks, you know, sometimes it's just more like, oh, it's like the time of spring, spring's here, whatever. And then also, you know, like at the solstices in particular, you've got more of the, like, Wiccan thing of the Holly King and the Oak King, very summarized of what that's all about. And it talks a little bit about, like, what it is, a little bit of, like, at the end it's got crafts for every single one to do, but some of them it mentions it here and there of just a little something to do. Like for Halloween, it's like berry apples and have candles for your ancestors. And, you know, just little things here and there. I give this one a 4 out of 5 star. I think this one is a really good resource for pagan parents who are starting to talk about the Wheel of the Year with their kids. It talks about it, and honestly, one of the nice things about this book is that it has a lot of representation included. You've got different races, but also you have got like different cultural things you'll see. Like there's a couple hijabs, I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. And then also you have people of differing like disabilities and stuff. Somebody with like a broken leg and somebody who uses a wheelchair. It has just like a lot that you don't, at least we used to not see. I think kids' books nowadays are trying to be a little more aware to show people in different setups and stuff so that when you see them out in the wild, it's not so weird and you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. Okay. Because most kids don't care. Like, it's like, oh, that person needs to use a wheelchair, or that person has hearing aids, or this person has glasses, and they're like, okay. Because most of the time if you just explain it, they don't care. They're like, okay, because it's how you handle it as the parent that kind of dictates that conversation. And so when, you know, they see it in kids' books, sometimes that helps them as well, and you can have that conversation before you have inappropriate conversations from your kid and some poor innocent person who has to have their disability discussed at great length with a very questioning child and or a parent who doesn't know how to handle it. The artwork in here I think is really stunning. Whoever decided to, I think they actually said, I always forget. I always like think of the modern like adult books that are like, no, like you never know who the artist is, you kind of gotta dig. But kids books, it's just right up here. So Kiki Kita, oh, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Fantastic job at the artwork in here. It's so colorful, it's so pretty. I mean, like, look at this. It's just, it's gorgeous in here. I think this book would be really great if you have like elementary school aged like kids that you're raising in a pagan household. I don't know how early you would want to go. Probably like maybe first grade, just because there are like a few bigger words that like kindergarten they might not have like heard of or learned those words, but definitely throughout elementary this would be a great book to have. Maybe a little earlier, especially if you're introducing bigger words earlier on. It kind of depends on your parenting journey, but if you are a pagan parent or you're planning to be a pagan parent or you know some pagan kids in your family, this might be a fantastic book if you know that, like, you know, you've got a baby shower coming up and they don't necessarily have a registry, or you want to get something from the registry plus a little extra and you know they're pagan parents. This would be a fantastic book to throw in there, and then they can read it when they feel like it. But yeah, it's a really good book for, like, again, elementary school is age that you can read together. Because other ones like Circle Round, you're not necessarily reading that book with your kids because it's like really boring for them, where this is like a fun book to read together. I would love to know your thoughts on this one and any other pagan parenting books in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you'd like to support me and get access to a bunch of stuff, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. I've got my audiobooks, I have my other book reviews, I have, what else do I have? I have my Witchy Weekly, hopefully starting this week. Trying. It's been a week, to say the least, because funeral and dog having to go to the vet and babysitting, it's a lot. It's been a lot of a week, but I'm trying. Hopefully it'll go up. And then also I have my vlogs and just random chit chats. Got a lot of stuff over on Patreon. Go check it out. If you want to read my books, they're always linked down below. And of course, just by watching to the very end, you have helped the most. That's all you gotta do, is just watch to the very end. And it means the world to me. So thank you for coming along, and until next time, bless be.